We are saved by God's mercy, not by our merit, by Christ dying, not by our doing. But according to His mercy, alakata tu auto Elios, Titus 3:4, Psalm 62:12, Psalm 86:5 and 15, Psalm 137, Micah 7:18, Luke 1:50, 54, 72, 78, Ephesians 1:6-7, Hebrews 4:16, 1 Peter 1:3, 1 Peter 2:10. Salvation is a gift of God, not something earned or won. He freely gives eternal life to all who trust His Son. We are saved by God's mercy, not by our merit, but by Christ dying, not by our doing. Positively, God saved us because of His mercy. In our wretchedness, He graciously withheld deserved punishment and freely saved us. According to kata, that is the Greek word of mercy, points to His boundless, infinite, eternal, inexhaustible mercy as the foundation for His offer of salvation. The pronouns we have done and His, that is His mercy, stand in intentional and emphatic contrast. According to Greek word kata or mercy means not out of, not just a portion of, but in proportion to His great mercy. If I am a billionaire and I give you $10, I have given you out of my riches. But if I give you $1 million, I have given to you according to my riches. The first is a portion, the second is a proportion. I repeat, if I am a billionaire and I give you $10, I have given you out of my riches. But if I give you $1 million, I have given to you according to my riches. The first is a portion, the second is a proportion. Root idea of kata or mercy is down and suggests dominance, control. God, in saving sinners, is dominated in His act by the mercy that flows spontaneously from His heart. Pure mercy on the part of God shown to the sinner does not take into account any so-called good works the latter may do. After indicating the factor that motivated God in saving the sinner, Paul speaks of the process. This is true not only objectively in that we no longer stand before God as enemies, but now as beloved children. But this is also true subjectively in that we have been relieved of the hostility in our hearts toward God and the torment of guilt in our consciences. Mercy that is Elios, is also mean the self-moved, spontaneous loving kindness of God, which causes Him to deal in a compassion and tender affection with the miserable and distressed. Matthew Henry comment on the mercy demonstrated in the parable of the prodigal son. His father saw him, that is, there were eyes of mercy. He ran to meet him, that is, there were legs of mercy. He put his arms round his neck, that is, there were arms of mercy. He kissed him, that is, there were kisses of mercy. He said to him, that is, there were words of mercy. Bring here the best robe, that is, there were deeds of mercy. Wonders of mercy, all mercy. Oh, what a God of mercy He is. Oh, what a precious reception for one of the chief of sinners. Mercy is the outward manifestation of pity, which assumes need, which is all children of Edom on the part of him who receive it, and resources adequate to meet need on part of him who shows the mercy. Elius is kindness or concern shown for someone in serious need. Mercy implies compassion that forbears, punishing even when justice demands compassion or forbearance shown especially to an offender or to one subject to one's power. God's mercy is His loving and benevolent pity for the misery brought about by our sin, precedes His saving grace and continues to be actively demonstrated after the work of that grace. God's mercy is extended for the alleviation of the consequences of sin. Grace identifies the free nature of salvation, that which is unmerited and without obligation. Mercy is welcome news indeed to those that guilty stand, riches that feel what help the need, will bless the helping hand.